Hey gamers, welcome back to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
And today we're going to be painting some awesome little miniatures terrain from Mantic's terrain crates.
Woohoo!
And Dave pulled some out of the dungeon crate.
Yep.
So one of the things that a lot of people get confused about these terrain crates is they think it's like Loot Crate, where it's like a subscription thing.
Right.
But it's not. It's just in this box, the terrain crate box for dungeon terrain. You're gonna just get a bunch of cool dungeon stuff. Like I'm working on two different stacks of treasure, and you're working on.
I've got like a little wizarding library, so I've got some shelves, and then I've also got some armor I'm going to do.
Oh, a stack of armored treasure.
Magic armor.
And what do you got, Dave?
I've got an awesome little leather chair.
Okay.
Soft leather chair, and an owl.
And the owl.
An owl perching on a little gold thing.
So that's just a little bit of what you're going to get in just this box.
Just a tiny bit.
Here's another bag of shelves and like you'd see in a library, the ladder that goes up on the bookshelves that roll around, the slide ladder. This has got a bunch of like crates and barrels and more crates and barrels and wood logs and stuff like that.
That's more stuff for the
wizard room
study.
Yeah, a magic mirror, a couple of braziers or candlestick holders. This one has another big pile of treasure. The armored again is in this one. Yep. A wooden rope ladder and some like traps. If you wanted to make yours into like the dwarven mine with wagons and tracks, there's that. There's the freaking astrolabe, which is one of my favorite pieces right here.
It is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I want to paint this and then absolutely throw it into a dungeon so that people can be like, oh, that looks neat. Where'd they go?
I just want this set in real life.
Right?
Like, can we
Like
make
a 1-to-1 scale?
Yeah.
I'm sure we could totally do that.
Like, here's a sword and a stone.
Yep.
How iconic. There's so much stuff in there. And they have lots more than just these crates. They've got
much more than the dungeon crate.
Yeah, they've got the battlefield crate right here, which we haven't opened yet. And they've also got the town crate, which is part of their big terrain crates that they did Kickstarters for. But they also have individually packed little crates as well. Inside the booklet here, I don't think they say anything about it, but they do have other terrain crates in there. And if you guys are tune in this Friday for Board Games and Beyond, maybe you'll get a little sneak peek at all the crates that they do.
Yep.
Which would be really cool.
Look at that. We talked to Rob, wasn't it, at Mantic?
It was, yes.
When we were at...
what's that show just happened past week? Gen Con or something
Gen
like
Con.
that.
Okay, yeah, Gen Con.
It was so much fun.
Just a tiny little show.
How was it?
Oh, it was good. It was so much fun. We were busy all day long, air day.
Every day?
Air day, all day, doing interviews. I know, I didn't get an opportunity to actually play anything.
Oh.
But because once we got done, doing all our interviews for the day and the vendor hall closed down, it was, you're hungry. You want to go get some food. So we went and got food, and by the time you're done with food,
You're thirsty.
You're thirsty.
You have to go to the bar.
You got to go get a couple drinks and, carouse with your fellow Gen Conners in that capacity. And then it's bed, wash, repeat.
Yep.
So,
it was cool.
yeah. What was your favorite thing you saw out there, Dave? It's in miniature, in the world of miniatures.
In the world of miniatures. For me, there was a lot of great miniature stuff there, for sure. GW had their Adeptus Titanicus on display, which I think should be shipping to stores in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
I think they were saying that pre-orders go up this coming Saturday.
Okay.
So that looks great. Like Titans, they're this tall and super detailed.
Right.
I guess maybe it's the large robot theme, but I also really love there was a huge sort of mech on display at the Dust 47 booth.
Oh, I saw that. You posted
Yeah,
it up.
1947. Yeah, I posted a picture of it. And it was absolutely awesome. I was really excited about it. I said, "Oh, Greg, when's it coming out?" And he goes, "Next Gen Con."
Nice.
I had a chat with Paolo Parente as well about it, and
Okay.
he talked about some of the engineering issues they still need to go
Sure.
through.
Oh, wow.
So the one that they had in the case was a 3D print. So
Okay.
certainly not the production.
It still looked amazing.
Like it's like a pre-prototype kind of
Okay.
thing. But yeah, it looks spectacular. But yeah, there was loads of other great stuff. Looks like Steam Forged are going to be doing a board game based on Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah. I'm not a video game player myself, but I love the look of that world. All the crazy beasts in it. Look fantastic. So yeah, a board game based on that will have some awesome minis.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
really
And
cool.
then there's what was the other one? The Monster Apocalypse?
Monster Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yep. Monpoc
Mompok.
from Privateer Press.
Yeah.
I got a chance to sit down and have a demo game of that
Nice.
over there with a buddy of mine, Marcus Anderson, who was over from Australia.
Nice.
Yep. So that was quite cool.
Did he bring you some Tim Tams?
He did not bring me Tim Tams. No, another friend from Australia, Nick Fletcher, brought me Tim Tams.
All right.
So it was absolutely awesome. I have a feeling he just had a bag full of Tim Tams.
Right.
If he saw somebody he thought would be appropriate to give them to.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think some of the miniatures that I saw that were like breathtaking was CMON for their Cthulhu miniature game that they got coming out. They had the
Death May
big,
Die.
yeah, they had the big Cthulhu statue miniature.
Yep.
It was like it's almost like 2 foot tall.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Easily.
And then they had I like the giant killer robot stuff
Right.
from
Yep.
Weta.
Weta, yep.
And what was the company you took me to? We don't distribute them through Alliance yet.
Oh, Mythic Games.
Mythic Games.
So the Mythic Games stuff.
That dragon.
The dragon, yeah, the dragon from the
So-
Joan of Arc
so
Kickstarter.
good.
Was, it's got like a wingspan.
Oh my
sort of
God.
size,
And it's a beautiful
big sort of
piece.
plastic dragon.
Yeah.
And it's spectacular.
And that's a miniature?
And it's it's a miniature, and it's going to be like $65.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like so cheap. So cheap.
Yeah.
But awesome. Yeah, super detailed. It's fantastic. Yeah, that was good. That was cool. That was definitely good. I thought for a second there you were going to talk about the, before you mentioned that we don't carry them, but you were going to talk about the weird stuff at Weird.
Oh, weird. Oh,
Like
the
the
terrain.
terrain.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
terrains. They got some cool buildings that they're putting together for their Malifaux and
Malifaux and for the other side.
other side. Yeah, good stuff. But
Awesome.
if you're a fan of terrain, speaking of terrain, this Mantic stuff is so good. You know.
I just think it's fun. Like it's you get to create the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have opened my eyes to miniatures. I thought it was just the characters, and now I'm like, you get to do the like surrounding stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. You get to put them in your own settings. It's cool.
And it definitely, for those of you that need visual aids to kind of elevate and immerse your game in regards to fantasy, because they even have sci-fi terrain crates. So for those that play Starfinder or Star Wars or any sci-fi themed RPG, Mantic has a good mix of everything available, and the quality is so good, the detail is so good, so you're going to get some really amazing immersion in your play based on the terrain that they're providing you.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, no, these are incredible. Like you could actually make like a little miniature movie and
yeah,
just
yeah.
have like all these like little miniatures in
That'd be
it.
great. Yep. Do some awesome
Hey Dave,
stuff.
who was the one gentleman that we talked to over at Steamforged?
Steamforged. Oh yeah. We spoke to Archer.
Yeah, Archer. He was the one that did the terrain work for that.
Yeah, he's been doing terrain boards for like display terrain boards for them, and the board. I think we've got a lot of footage of it for God Tier,
Okay.
which is their sort of MOBA style game, which funded earlier this year on Kickstarter. I think it'll be out in retail
Nice.
next year, early next year.
Yeah, his
But-
terrain work looked amazing.
Yeah, the work on that was just spectacular. It was definitely cool.
Okay. Has anybody made it over to our YouTube to watch?
Yes, Nick says hello.
All right.
Good morning or good afternoon. And Peter says welcome back, Rick, and hello to Anime and Dave.
Hello.
Hey.
Hair's getting in the way.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We apologize for any Facebook issues that we had. We're going to try to work those out after the stream, but we didn't want to miss out on talking about all this cool stuff.
The awesome stuff from
Yeah.
Gen Con.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of a system update, which should remedy the problem.
Okay.
Right. Cool.
I'll,
It's all good.
It's all right. I never do system updates on my phone either. My fiance like always grabs my phone and he's like, "You have like 3 updates." I'm like, whoops.
Yeah, one of the things though is like we tend to not get those update alerts until it's like we're right about to go live, and it's like we ain't got time for that. Oh wait, it really was supposed to happen to assist in this process, but you know, whatevs.
That'd be fine.
They're good troubleshooters, Leona and Johnny. Make it happen.
Troublemakers.
Well, yes, there is also that. But yeah, Gen Con as a whole was, I think, just a great opportunity to be again around the community and getting to see a lot of the cool stuff that's coming out. It seemed like every vendor I spoke to was having great success in sales, which is which is great because it keeps the industry flowing.
Yep.
Remnants from Fireside Games did very well. That's their post-apocalyptic game that they came out with.
Oh, Remnants, that was cool. I took a look at that one today.
Yeah.
Did you get to talk to Paul and George?
I
from,
did get to talk to
Games
Paul and
Stuff?
George. They're kind of like in this like surreal like mindset right now because they still can't believe that they've created something that was on 17,000 bags. So when you got to Gen Con, you got a little bag to put all your swag in as you're buying. One side was Overlight, which is the RPG that they created. And so it was in everybody's face. The advertisement push on that game was amazing. And the response to that game
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Absolutely
awesome.
So I'm really proud of those guys and happy for them. And Renegade, of course, for giving them that opportunity to do that is amazing. Renegade also had a couple other like real out of the park hits with Kids on Bikes and Outbreak Undead.
Right.
2 other RPGs, and of course their board games that came out were awesome as well. So, dang it, Renegade, just kicking butt.
Oh, and what about that Kids on Bikes display?
Oh, ridiculous! They had a
That was cool.
they had an actual like kid on a bike mannequin thing where it looks like she's got a baseball bat over her head and she's crashing through
Trash cans.
trash cans and a mailbox and just like coming at you, with inflation. I'm trying to think of the kid from was it Better Off Dead, or you know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, well, "Where's my $2?"
Yeah.
So she's like,
that's
"Where's my $20?"
Oh my gosh.
That's about where it would be.
Yeah. That was Better Off Dead.
Yeah, Better Off Dead. Okay, so yeah, it was an amazing display, and we did get an opportunity to do an interview with one of the minds behind Kids on Bikes. So that should be up sometime this week if it isn't already. It's not.
You got to
sometime
talk
this week. We got plenty of time.
Yeah. You get to talk to Modifius?
What?
Did you get to talk to Modifius?
Oh, we did talk to Modifius about Fallout.
Right. Wasteland Warfare?
Yep. Which was really good. They gave me a copy of their Star Trek RPG to do a building character around that, which will be fun.
Awesome.
So for building character coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Outbreak Undead, Kids on Bikes, Overlight, Star Trek by Modifius, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I got a copy of that. And yeah, so we got quite a few
Loads.
new things to be taking a look at.
Yeah.
So many interviews. Just if you guys are watching, make sure you take a look at all the other content that's posting up on both YouTube and Facebook. Leona's busting her hump to get it all edited and put up there and doing a great job. So look at it, comment, tell us what you think of it. It's good stuff.
Be gentle. They were some of my first.
That's right.
My first interviews.
Yeah, Dave did some interviews, which was amazing,
Oh,
and he did a great
nice.
job. There's a couple
It's kinda funny.
I gotta
which are
watch.
kind of funny because
Yep.
when you're interviewing, you get kind of caught up in the interview, and you may have your microphone in the face of the person that's giving all the answers to your questions, and sometimes you just ask a question without bringing it back.
Yeah.
It's like, "This is amazing. Tell me more." Oh wait, that was amazing. Tell me more. And that's all part of the fun that is what we do, and Dave, you did great. And Tommy Simbazo, a local comedian who was out there, he did a couple interviews for us as well. He did the Kids on Bikes one and the Fallout
excellent.
Modifius one. So,
Very cool.
Yeah. And we thank him for his time as well.
What did you
And we had
do
a
to this?
we did a crossover interview, I guess.
Oh, the dueling interview?
Dueling interview with Beasts of War.
Beast of War, yeah.
So that was a lot of fun and very goofy at the same time because we had 2 microphones
Yep.
that were going back and forth.
That was fun.
So
It's like,
You guys had lots of fun.
yeah, it was a blast. And I think we're going to be doing more of that kind of stuff in the future. A little mix of interviews on the floor and at the booth and stuff. So
yeah.
David says,
Very
great
good.
to see you guys. Just got back from Australia.
Well, hey.
Nice.
Whereabouts in Australia? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes, we do.
Inquiring Australians want to know.
Very cool. But yeah, for those of you that may be just tuning in or checking this out, we are doing some terrain from the terrain crates by Mantic Games. This is from the dungeon crate. I'm doing 2 piles of treasure. Mia is doing a bookshelf and a pile of armor, like treasure armor, like magic armor. And Dave is doing a amazing, like wingback chair.
Back chair, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've lifted it up above the...
A wingback chair and the wizard's familiar that is an owl on the bird stand there. Just super cool.
I think the thing that's freaking me out at the moment is that they don't have bases for me to hold.
Right.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh. That's good.
Apparently, David went to Brisbane.
Oh, cool.
Brisbane, whatever.
Yep, Brisbane's right, correct.
I was playing in the Laser Force International Tournament.
Wow.
Oh,
What is that?
Yeah.
Because it already sounds
I know.
freaking amazing.
Like there's lasers.
Laser Force.
Laser Force. They ride along with Space Force.
Oh yeah, Space Force. That's what I was kind of thinking too. It's like, is it part of Space Force? What's going on? So good.
Awesome.
Looking at this pile of treasure is kind of cool. There's all sorts of things that are there. This one has like 2 little trunks, and then it has like either a plate or a shield. I'm going to put some silver on that as a highlight, and it looks like there might be a sword right inside there as well, but mostly coin. And then this other one has like a legit treasure chest, another like big basin plate, another sword or a candle, like, or a scepter. That looks like a scepter, and then some goblets and stuff. So there's lots of cool little things hidden within the stack of coins. And I can't wait to put this in a dungeon and be like, oh, cool, look it. And then they get up there and the treasure chest turns into a mimic.
Every time.
Every
James says hello.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hello.
Oh, Carl says, I'm late, but here.
Yay.
Thanks for finding us.
It's a treasure chest.
No thanks to the Zuck.
Ooh, yeah.
Excellent.
But I'm trying to think of some of the other. You know, one of the great things about going to conventions, as anybody that has gone knows, is it's a great opportunity to shop.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. That's what it is. It's a pop-up shopping mall of your favorite fandom with guests and all that stuff that just happen to maybe be there for panels and stuff. But it's a pop-up shopping mall.
Yep.
You picked a couple things up that were interesting,
I did.
Dave.
I did.
Would you care to tell the crowd out there?
The viewing public?
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, the first thing, I got this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
this is from my friends Trevor and Charity at Armored Wolf Productions.
Okay.
They're from Alaska.
Oh, wow.
So they fly
Oh,
down
very
for
cool.
Gen Con, and
Oh,
they'll
wow.
be at Dragon Con as well. But
Okay.
they do all sorts of really cool leather work and that sort of thing.
It's
Nice.
really nice.
You know it's Trevor because he's going to be dressed as a pirate.
Ah,
So, but
Pirate Trevor.
Pirate Trevor.
Nice.
A Trevor Trove. But this one, I picked this up and I got the gray one because A, I like gray, and B, it will be perfect for my Stark Song of Ice and Fire stuff. So,
Oh, there you go.
so in here I have unit cards and tactics cards, all that sort of thing. And then,
All the tokens.
tokens and dice and all that sort
Treasure.
of fun stuff. All the treasure.
Nice.
Yay!
Was there anything else exciting that you picked up while you were there?
I did. There was several exciting things, but I'm not sure which one you're fishing for.
Okay. Well,
we weren't fishing at all? Or was it just
I mean, I
completely-
like the generalization of what we pick up, so it doesn't have to be specific. But if I were to go into a specific,
Yeah.
I think the one thing that I thought that you bought, which was really cool, is we always buy stuff for our friends and family.
Right. Yep.
And you happen to pick up a beautiful little hat
Oh,
for your
yeah.
daughter.
Aw.
Well, on the topic of leather stuff, there was on Thursday I was wandering around and I had the thing that happens to me every Gen Con, where you see something on a booth and you go, that's awesome, I'm coming back to get that tomorrow. And then you can't find that booth again. And you're
Yep.
like, did I see it yesterday? Did I see it 3 years ago? I can't remember anymore. So you just have to keep wandering the hall until you find it again. And fortunately, I found it on Sunday. But yeah, I picked up a really cool leather wizard's hat. That was kind of like, looks a bit like the sorting hat.
Oh,
The
nice.
first thing that people immediately say is, oh, it's a sorting hat. But it didn't have a little mouth or eyes or that sort of thing. But I got that for my daughter, Emily, because we've been reading a lot of Harry Potter lately. So
Nice.
she was super stoked about it. I have a photo, but I didn't send it through to Johnny to insert in the show. I'll post it up in the group.
Yeah,
The
perfect.
Painting Happy Little Minis group.
Yeah. So, Mia, we know that you didn't go, and that makes us
I
sad.
know.
But when you tend to go to a convention, and you go to a lot of conventions, what are some things that you tend to pick up?
Oh man. I try to find comics that I'm like looking for. So, and normally I try to be good and have a list, but usually I just end up buying like seconds and thirds of stuff that I already have that I thought that I didn't have. That and then like I'm a girl. I like clothes, so I like geek clothes. So like one of the things during San Diego Comic-Con was like Loungefly and a bunch of those other
Right.
clothing stores will have all their stuff out there. I think I bought like 5 purses. I didn't buy anything else. Normally I do like Hasbro and Mattel and all those booths, but I didn't really find anything I liked this year.
Okay.
So I just went like clothing happy and bought a bunch of
Wow.
geek clothes.
Okay.
Well, speaking of somebody else who went clothing happy,
I did.
Did you?
I did.
ask
What did
Rick-
you
ask Rick
get?
how many T-shirts he bought.
How many shirts did you buy, Rick?
Over 20.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So, but I needed them. I tend to outgrow shirts in the most inappropriate way because I'm gaining weight sometimes, and sometimes I'm losing weight. But it's hard to find 5 and 6X shirts out in the wild. But you know where you can find them? At a gaming convention.
At a gaming convention for sure.
They are readily available. And so 2 companies out there, I picked up some shirts from, actually a couple shirts I got as they're like, here, take them. We know you're going to wear 'em on the show. That was really nice of them. So I got like 4 shirts for free from Off-World Designs,
Oh, nice.
which was really nice of them.
Yep.
In some of the videos that we did in interviews, I did wear a couple of those shirts.
Nice.
I'm actually wearing an Off-World Design shirt I picked up on Sunday right now.
Is that the Gen Con?
It's just the Gen Con logo on a polo.
Cool.
And I got, I think, 4 or 5 different polos from them that I purchased. And then, it's a good opportunity to pick up clothes that, one, fit, but also fit your theme, your geek theme. And so in that vein, I also got, I want to say 11 shirts
11 shirts.
from...
All of them except for the pink. All the 6Ls, 6XLs,
I bought every 6XL shirt they brought with them,
you
except for
go.
the pink ones.
except for the pink ones, because I already have a pink one from
You
them.
already do have a pink one from
Yeah,
them.
so I don't need to get another.
Yep.
But I got from AC Armor Class
Some
10.
plus 10.
If you go to armorclass10.com, you can see all their shirts and their designs. And they're the ones that have like a lot of the humor.
Oh yeah, no, you showed me
Yeah, I
those. Those are
showed you-
hilarious.
Yeah, I showed you some of them. And I'll be
Had
wearing
some
those
hilarious shirts.
throughout the programming between Off-World Designs and Armor Class 10. You'll be seeing some new shirts instead of just the Game Trade Media shirts that I always wear, the 4 that I own. So it's
Yeah, I was gonna say like the one shirt that he just washes all the time and then rewears
the
them.
orange one that I wear every Friday. You know it's going to be Friday because Rick's wearing orange.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to mix that up, and you guys are going to get to see some really cool designs from some really great companies that are making shirts that are definitely thematic to our fandoms.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. But that was cool. It was
Yeah.
it was amazing. Yes, every day he came back with like,
Stack.
got a few more shirts.
Got a few more shirts. I think the ones that are going to be the best ones are, because I know people just love when I wear denim. I got 2 denim button-ups that have like this really elaborate Gen Con logo on them.
Are they denim or are they chambray?
I think
What
they're
is a
denim.
chambray?
Chambray must be an Australian term for
No, it's
denim.
the like.
For denim.
No, chambray is not an Australian term.
But it could be.
Sounds very
Okay,
French.
wait, what is chambray?
Yeah, it's
Dang
like
it.
a lighter denim. Like
Yeah.
it's like
No, this is
It's like a
denim
denim
looking.
canvas.
It's like a denim that you use for your shirts.
It's like not actual denim.
All right. Well, maybe.
I didn't know there was a separate term for that.
Now that I educated
Denim
you
light.
all on fashion, let's continue.
Let's
Oh,
talk
when I
about
wear
painting.
them, when I wear one of them in, you guys can all like come around and go, "Ooh, that does feel like chambray."
So soft.
Right.
I'm just gonna call it denim light.
Denim light.
Denim
'Cause I'm
light.
never gonna remember. What was it?
Chambray.
Chambray.
It's like ombre, but
Yeah, it's just like that.
It is.
But yeah, there was and then of course, you know, as you see a lot of the interviews that we've done, there, you know, we got corresponding whatever, some of the games that we showed, we got a copy of it, and we're going to be doing some more content around those games, which is always fun.
Yep,
So,
that'd be cool.
yeah. So it's not just the interview to talk about it. We're going to show a little bit more. But the one thing, you know, I brought back a lot. I did my picture of, you know,
Yep. Your Gen Con haul.
my Gen Con haul. It was ridiculous. But the one thing that I brought back that I'm super excited to delve into, and I think we might make it a segment,
Yeah.
and Leona's over there going, I will end you, Rick. But the Game Crafter
Oh, okay.
had an amazing booth. It was set up like a candy store, and you could go around, and they had the little tubs with all the different meeples and bits and pieces you would find as game pieces to board games, and you could just fill this little bag, and based on how much that bag weighed was how much it cost you to get all this stuff. So I filled up a bag, and I brought back a bunch of game components. And I think it'd be fun if we started doing a little segment where I pull out a few game components, and we have to make a game.
Right.
Maybe just a little pre-record 5 minutes. Like, here's the segments. Everybody send. Here's what's in the thing. What would you
Send
do
your
with
ideas.
this?
Yeah.
Give us an idea, like a 2 to 4 player game based on these components only.
You're gonna have like a Shark Tank pitch session.
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah,
Right.
we'll be like,
Okay.
all right, that sounds cool. And maybe, you know, because of the connections we have with the gaming community, maybe we can get something published.
Mhm.
You know, be like, that sounds amazing. Let's see if we can publish that and make it happen for whoever in the chat
All right.
pitches the best game using those components only.
That'd be neat.
Johnny's back there going, that could be me. And I'm like, I doubt it.
No, I was just thinking I have another idea to add to that. So, say we have like a bag where you pull out certain ideas that they have to base their game in. Like it could be 1950s rural America. It could be set in space. Could be set in medieval times.
I
And
think
then they
that's
use
pretty
that
cool.
as a
Yep.
basis to kind of form their game around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
nice
not a
one.
bad idea. Brought to you by the White Box by Atlas Games.
I don't get it.
So Atlas Games came out with a box.
Okay.
And it's called the White Box, and all it has in it is game components
Oh, right. Okay.
to build your own game. And it had a book, you know, on how to build, how to be a game designer
Right.
inside of it as well. So there's that, and then what was it? Justin Gary? Was that the guy who we interviewed from?
He was that doctor.
No, that
No.
was Matt something. I literally
Justin
just watched
Gary
that
was the guy who designed Ascension with Ultra Pro,
Cool.
and he has a book on how to keep a mindset for as a gamer or as a game designer.
Okay.
So he was one of my favorite interviews because he's a motivational speaker.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, dude, this dude was jacking me up, like turning me up to 11. I was like, man, you're freaking awesome.
Wait, was that Stoneblade?
Stoneblade Entertainment, yeah. But they're a game design entity, and Ultra Pro publishes Ascension for them.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, painting question for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you do when you have shaken a bottle like really well, but it still comes out all gloopy?
Which
What
one's
is
that?
your best advice? I think it was it this one or no?
Probably
I
not.
think it was the Darkstone. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
'Cause I feel like I was shaking it up enough, but then every time it just kept on coming out with just the liquid.
Right. Okay.
So what?
How can you get it sort of as thoroughly shaken as you can? There are a couple of different ways. There are commercially available like nail polish shakers.
Okay.
So you can pick those up. They're fairly small because nail polish is usually about the same size as a bottle of paint, so you can put them on that. The most intense version of that sort of thing that I've seen is a friend of mine has a Sawzall that plugs in to the wall. So it's not a crappy little battery, not an
Yeah.
18-volt battery. You can jack it all the way up. And then put a clamp in the end instead of a saw blade.
Ah,
And
interesting.
put that in there. And then just run that.
That's
Is
hilarious.
that what somebody's suggesting?
Yeah, no, that's what Carl was saying. I have a jigsaw shaker that gets to get paint really mixed up.
All
So
right.
jigsaw plus
Ah.
C-clamp equals happiness.
Excellent.
Which is great. Also, the Nerd Shack says hello.
Hey.
Oh, there
there's
it
that.
goes.
Cool.
So okay,
Yep.
so I just wasn't shaking it quite enough.
What's up, Nerd Shack? Where are you located?
Where's the Nerd Shack located?
Yeah, where's the Nerd Shack located?
Apparently,
Wherever
they
you
haven't
find
painted a
nerds.
model in like 2 years.
No.
Gas.
What?
I would be a completely different person.
If we could get him or her or them and all of them back onto the
The painting train?
painting train, that would be great.
Indeed.
What you need for paint mixing is one of those professional paint mixers that you see at like Home Depot,
Right.
where they're like,
Oh yeah, the drum shakers.
yep. I'm in Wales right now.
Nice.
Cool. Excellent. Is that the Nerd Shack?
Yes, sorry.
Excellent.
Not me.
No, that's Leona.
I'm in Wales right now.
She went like this,
Mentally.
And she's like shaking herself. She's like,
I've checked out. I'm in Wales.
I'm in Wales.
Oh, they said I just haven't found a game that interests me anymore.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
How about
that-
the Song of Ice and Fire?
Song of Ice and Fire, yeah. That's a good one to get interested in.
Yep. A lot of great, easy to paint minis. A lot of very detailed, but at the same time, easy to paint minis.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the easy to paint minis would be the big ones.
All right.
Okay.
I'm curious, what is your, what are you most likely to play or what was the game that you played the most when you were actively playing?
Painting.
Yeah, or painting, yeah. Either way, because,
We just opened up the Kick-Ass game, and that has some really cool minis too.
Yeah.
yes, it does.
I didn't realize that had minis in it.
Yep.
Yep. And that game is a riot and tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough game.
What's the aim of the game? What's the general breakdown?
Much like the movie and the comic books,
Yeah.
you're playing these normal humans that want to do better and be better and try to keep crime out of the city. So you take on these superhero personas, and next thing you know, you're actually fighting crime. But the criminals there's way more, and they're a lot tougher, and they beat you up a lot.
Okay.
And the big thing is you're just trying to do these objectives, and if you win the objectives, you can win the game through
Gets you
victory
like
points.
closer to like the big boss and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have, if you remember the name of the big boss from the TV show or the movie and the comics, you know what the name of the big boss is. I'm not going to repeat it right now because that name is not appropriate for this show. All right.
There's a question.
Now
Is
I'm
Rick
trying to remember
painting a
what-
treasure pile? Any tips on painting treasure piles?
I am painting treasure piles. And what I did is I started off with the weapon bronze as a base coat, and then I highlighted it with greedy gold to bring out the gold coins. And then I'm going back through and just finding, like, if you look right here, a silver plate, a silver scepter. There's a little goblet on this side. So I'm just finding some of the other little pieces that are like hidden within the pile, and hitting those. And I'm using gunmetal gray to just identify them, and then I'm going to go back with some silver and dry brush to give them a little bit more of a pop out on that. And then I might go through it with some of the coins themselves and make some of them silver. So
Right.
it's not just a pile of gold coins to give it, difference. And then after that, I'll probably wash it.
Yep, put a wash through it.
Right,
Do it,
right,
yeah,
right.
Put a wash through it of like a
Like a dark tone.
dark tone, yeah, to get those cracks a little better.
Sorry, I'm just like constantly.
Oh, the
reaching
Nerd
over
Shack
here.
says, my taste in games is realistic combat games from 1960 and onward,
Oh, nice.
Vietnam and stuff. And I build Gundam models now, and I'm actually writing rules for a Gundam game,
Ooh,
but I haven't
that's
played it much.
Cool.
okay, that's pretty cool.
Big mix.
Yeah, especially after, Ready Player One.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was not sad.
No, yeah, that was such a good movie, and especially when he's like, when he gets into the fight and he does the whole Gundam pose and comes down to fight Mechagodzilla. It's like, yes.
It was so great.
Yeah.
I just was like, can we just have a whole movie about Gundam fighters
Oh yeah.
in great CG?
That. We ought to stop. Because you know who I'm about to ask.
Who?
Netflix.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
you get on that?
What? I thought he was going to say, Dave, have you seen it?
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
No.
sorry.
Oh, apparently there is a Gundam movie being made.
What?
Prophetic. Somebody was listening, Leona.
Hopefully it's
Inspired by
Netflix.
Leona and painting happy little minis.
Yep.
Wow.
That'd be great.
No, I think Netflix is gonna just if they want to really like scratch my television itch right now, I need a whole history of maple syrup on Netflix, like a series.
Why maple syrup?
Really, you are asking that?
Are you on like a maple syrup kick?
Here's it's called Rick's Life.
It's like you don't even know me.
I didn't know you liked it that much.
I love maple syrup. It
Yeah.
is so good.
Now, like actual maple syrup or like pancake syrup?
I'm talking like actual maple syrup and pancake syrup.
From the real maple tree.
From the real maple tree. Yeah. I mean, Dave
Pretty
brought me
soon.
back some legit maple syrup from Canada.
It was very...
Some Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah. He knows me.
Maple syrup
Yeah,
like
doesn't
makes
know
me
me
tear up because
anymore.
it's so good. Also, the Nerd Shack says maple syrup is the stuff of the gods.
Thank you. Thank you so much for following up with that one, because that is a fact. I almost feel like that was the nectar of the gods that everybody spoke about, but didn't
Right.
really have a name for it back when you were talking about like Norse mythology and all
Okay.
that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Dave, are you
Okay.
finished your chair?
Almost. Yeah.
Wow, look
Just
how
wait for
detailed
some of the,
this is.
for the wash to dry. But yeah. But no, I was going to say, the thing that makes me tear up is horseradish.
Like you love horseradish?
No, it like physically makes me I eat too much of it. We had on the Friday night. I went out with my buddies Chopper and Alex, who were manning the Mantic booth, and we went to Rob as well, and we went to the Rathskeller in
Okay. Yeah, in
Indianapolis,
Mhm.
and they brought out. So it was a German-themed sort of pub thing, and they brought out pretzels and this mustard.
Okay.
And the guy said, "Oh, watch out for the mustard. It's got a little bit of a kick." We're like, "Okay." Tear off a bit of the pretzel, stick it in the mustard. But the best part is that so I put my piece in my mouth, and then like 2 seconds later, my friend Alex put his in, and I got to see him before my eyes stopped
Well
working, before the tears blocked my vision. I got to see his face. He looked over at me and was like, "What's wrong with that?" Then he doubled up in pain. So it was amazing. But yeah, it was just like 75% horseradish
Oh,
mixed
God.
in with some like hot English mustard or something like that.
That is perfect.
It was amazing. But
That's the other thing is I'll say this: we ate well out there.
we did.
I know. I saw some of the pictures.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had creme brulee twice.
Yeah, you did.
Ooh, I love
Okay.
creme brulee.
All right. So, when you are around someone for 5-6 days straight, for the most part, you learn a lot about those individuals. You have a chat group with friends that is focused specifically on creme brulee. Is this correct?
You're taking it a little bit further than it actually is. It's just.
What is it?
No, it's just when I have a creme brulee or a flan, primarily flans, I will take a photo of it and I will send it to my friend John,
Okay.
who is a huge fan
A
of
flan.
flans. Like for him, like flan is like maple syrup is for you.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
So he's a fanatic.
he is a flanatic. Thank you,
I
Johnny.
like it.
Win. But yeah, so I just whenever it happens, I just take a photo and send it off to him, and he
Makes
comes back
sense.
with a response. And
It makes sense. Share again. Fandom is being shared.
exactly, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Alright, I
random
think
though,
I'm
but
done.
I'm glad you both are able to bond over
Over flan.
Flan.
your love of flan.
It's specifically over flan. We don't talk about anything else. Ever.
Ever.
Ever. I've known you for 16 years. Only flan.
Only.
Only custard based
Shows how much he loves flan.
Yeah, that's true. It's only custard based products, really.
Makes sense.
But no, that's my buddy John, who's the miniatures manager at Fantasy Flight Games.
Ah,
very
okay.
cool.
So he's responsible for a lot of Star Wars Legion and that sort of thing. So we talk about miniatures as well. It's
Gotcha.
not just the flan.
Yeah.
You think
don't
it should
know.
be?
I don't know.
Well, think of it like discussing maple syrup with somebody and also discussing maple syrup bottles or things you could put maple syrup on.
That sounds
that work?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it should be something I should be doing.
It should.
If anybody wants to start that conversation, just let us know in the chat.
Let's go on to Facebook, friend Rick.
Friend Rick, and let's talk about maple syrup
Start a
and
conversation.
bottles that hold maple syrup.
Somehow you're
I
gonna
think you
find a way
totally
to
should.
combine maple syrup with gaming.
Oh, wait.
Speaking of which,
Wait.
What have I done?
a friend of mine who lives in Canada has a game company called Maple Games.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
For a second there, I thought you were going to say, makes maple syrup.
he might.
Yeah,
I mean, he is from Canada. I think they all do, don't they?
I think so.
It's like
Like you just tap a tree,
it's
right?
like
That's-
it's like, yeah, you just tap a tree and boil it down, right? But isn't there like I feel like if they're not tapping trees for maple syrup, they're still trapping like beaver and stuff up there, right?
Carl says Syrup Tycoon coming to PC this fall.
oh my god.
Should totally do that.
Well, funny story.
Wait.
If you watch Riverdale, anybody here watch Riverdale?
Yeah.
You do.
I don't put myself
The
through
wealthiest
that.
family in Riverdale
Painful.
does what?
Maple.
Maple syrup. They got their money through the maple syrup business.
Ah, okay.
So it's a thing. It's legit.
I'm pretty sure the maple's a front.
Yeah.
And it
Rick's
also
gonna
is like,
start a
it's,
company.
it's the fictional world, right?
Wait, yeah, but what is what is
yeah.
the drug called on Riverdale? Isn't it something really?
I can't remember. It's
Oh,
silly.
jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle.
Oh my goodness.
Peter says my wife has maple syrup on sausage and gravy biscuits.
Your wife is
Oh.
perfect.
Ooh.
Keeper.
Sausage and gravy biscuits.
She's a keeper.
Rick's gonna start a line of miniatures that are just crystalline maple.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Or maple scented.
You guys are killing me with this amazing.
Rather than using like plastic meeples or wooden meeples or that sort of thing, use like maple candy meeples.
Mm.
And then as they get like removed from the table,
You eat them?
You have to eat them. It's kind of like the Catan
Maple
chocolate.
meeples.
just like the Catan chocolate.
Yeah.
And
I can dig it.
You can do that, and then, but then people have to buy another set of the maple candy
Yep.
meeples.
Yeah, it constantly keeps you in business.
Oh, subscription.
Better patent that.
Win. Yeah, there we go.
Take that to Shark Week or Shark
Shark Tank.
Tank. Shark Week.
Shark Week 10.
Actually, isn't it Shark Week?
It was last week.
Oh, it was last week.
Or the week,
Week before.
Darn it.
Yeah, we missed it.
We didn't talk about it, did we?
Nope.
No.
Did anybody miss it though, as far as talking about it?
Hmm?
I didn't miss talking about it.
Well, you know Pete Shirey from Simon's a huge shark fan.
Who is?
Pete Shirey?
Is he?
Yep.
I know the
Sorry,
guy
Sherry.
from the aquarium who takes care of the sharks.
Yeah.
The local aquarium?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The national
The
aquarium.
National
Nice.
Aquarium in Baltimore. Cool.
That's a good aquarium, actually.
Yeah.
I also
like-
really like the zoo too, because you can pay extra money and you can feed the penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like $90 for 2 people, but you got to like go in and you got to feed them, and then you could kind of pet them. You had to pet them with a straw.
Oh, okay.
They give you a straw and then you
Not
pet them
anymore,
with.
you don't.
Is that what the straw was made from, Rick?
No, because straws kill turtles.
Plastic straws killed turtles.
Exactly.
Nick says I have a small collection of maple syrup bottles in my kitchen. It's a good time.
How small is small?
32 bottles.
Probably small.
Now, is it a small collection of maple syrup bottles, or is it a collection of small maple syrup
It's a
bottles?
small collection.
Okay.
I see what where you're going with that.
Where I was going with that.
Perfect, yeah. Wise.
Take a picture and put it in the group.
Yeah.
Clarify. Then Rick can be jealous.
Yeah.
I will be jealous.
The
That is
Nerd
a-
Shack also says I actually love writing rules for games, but I never play them.
Do you have other people play them, Nerd Shack? It's funny, whenever I ask those questions of people who are in the chat, I look at the owner when I ask it,
Yeah.
and then she goes,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just the messenger.
Yes.
Nick says will do. For the
Excellent.
picture.
Yes.
Good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, actually, on the Gundam, I actually have a fan base of people playing my game,
Okay.
the game. So it looks like other people.
Nice. So, for those of you watching, if you aren't already a part of our Facebook page group, we have a page where you can join up. It's called Painting Happy Little Minis, much like the show title here. Actually, exactly.
Maple syrup.
Exactly
Are you
like
sure
the
it's
show.
not called maple syrup and Netflix?
Oh my God, this needs to be a show.
I might make a group for that if you guys want to talk about maple syrup and Netflix.
Yes. Join the Facebook
I
group.
don't
Be
know
our
about
friend.
But yeah, join up there because it's a great community of amazing painters and beginner painters who are asking amazing questions and getting great advice from everybody. And we like to just share and see everybody's work and your works in progress. You know, because sometimes you might post something up and it might just be a work in progress, as Dave will ask.
Oh, Jesus. Punch you. Hi, Carl. Hope the dragon's going well.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of going and joining if you're a beginner
Yeah.
like
Yep.
me. You need to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. For sure. There we go.
Carl says smiley face.
He knew what
Thank
I
you,
was
Carl.
doing.
Thank you.
Although I feel like I'm starting to level up with my painting.
Oh yeah,
I think
you're
so,
getting really
totally.
fast at it too.
Yep.
Like I really try to do Dave's like shading, and like look at, I'm pretty
Oh,
proud of like
yeah.
my
Let's get a
My
close-
cabinets.
Where are we looking at close-ups?
You can
Can we check
do
the
it
close-up
on the.
here?
Yeah, you can do it on.
on the spinner.
No, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah. The focus is not super great.
Look, I'm so proud of my wood grains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
those
awesome.
are
I'm
great.
making it look like it has dimension and depth to it. Look at that.
Yep. It looks like I'm holding something made from wood.
Yay! See, and if Dave's saying that, I mean, they did a really good job.
Yes.
What was that, Johnny?
He wanted you to show the front
I
again.
got the focus fixed.
Okay. Yep.
You want it
Focus is perfect now. You can see all that black on my thumb. Man.
That would. It looks
Yeah,
good.
it looks great.
Good job.
Thank you. I was inspired by you and your shading.
Woo. Sorry.
Had to try and do just as good. I know.
At least someone on this show has learned something.
Oh snap!
Ooh.
Bingo! Thanks, Johnny.
Savage. I see you looking. I learned something. I learned you ain't working anymore.
Oh.
I kid. Well,
Threats.
Yikes. All right.
Okay.
And he's out.
That's a really big table in there. It's really hard to
Right,
flip.
Just as a reminder, we are painting some of the terrain crate items from the Dungeon Crate by Mantic Games. If you want to find out more about Mantic Games and all the cool stuff they've got, go to manticgames.com or just look it up in the Google search, Mantic Games, or on Facebook and all the other social media platforms. They are an amazing company. They have lots of cool stuff. If you like The Walking Dead, they have Walking Dead All Out War. They have the new Negan.
Oh, here's Negan.
Here's
He's coming,
Negan.
Is coming later in the year. Mm-hmm. I think that's in November.
And then they have a space game,
Oh, they have Star Saga,
Star Saga, yeah.
which is like a sci-fi dungeon crawler,
Yeah.
which is pretty neat. Loads of cool stuff. Yeah.
Lots of good stuff coming out of Mantic. And we want you guys to make sure that if you're enjoying and seeing these cool pieces here, that they are available. You just got to go over there and check them out on their site to see which ones you want. And then go to your local game store and say, I'd like A, B, C, all the way through Z, whatever it is that scratches your fancy.
There we go. I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer to the camera.
That chair looks amazing.
I know.
And the owl's been drinking again.
Owl has been drinking. Hopefully you won't be playing your games on my wet palette, so the owl will stand up a little
Like
bit
are those
more
like
often.
actually like little scratches and like on the chair?
Cracks it on the leather.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's nice. I think they actually put that challenge out to you, didn't they?
They did. They said,
Yeah.
I'd really love to see you paint that on the show.
Yeah.
So I
So-
was like, okay, challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
That's awesome.
One of the things I was going to say about that another little painting trick is for leather, if you're doing any sort of cracked leather,
If you want
right, correct? Oh, on the spinner, yeah, we can do that. Sure, let's do that. And I'll talk about it.
Is the spinner on?
Nope.
It doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to be. Because I didn't paint the back.
Yeah.
So it's all good. There we go. But the, whenever you're painting cracked leather, take the sort of the base color you've done it. So if you're doing black leather, or in this case red leather, or regular sort of brown leather, mix in some very pale sort of flesh color to
Okay.
it, rather than rather than doing a regular highlighter.
Yeah.
So it gives that nice cracked feel, because of course leather being skin,
Right.
when you lose that coloration from the top,
It's going to give you that.
like a paler sort of
Okay.
look underneath.
I want to look at this up close actually. So did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow! You actually. So that I thought that was like a reflection from the light, but it's actually like a painted reflection that you did with the
On
light
the-
on the back of it with the.
On the
Here, I can.
basically where all the buttons are.
Yeah, where
to
the
sort of
buttons are.
Hold it in. Just underneath there, I thought that's where it's going to crack when somebody sits on it
Mm-hmm.
and leans against it, and it's going to buckle that.
But like under the light, this part like looks reflective on the back part of the chair.
All right. Yep.
And it actually. Okay, here, there we
Yep.
go. So it looks reflective right there.
Oh, across the top. Yep.
And so it kind of makes it look like leather that's got light reflecting off of it.
Right. Yep.
I want that chair now.
I think you'll have to fight Rick for it.
Also, Delric was asking, how did you make the wood? It looks great.
Oh, yep. Let's grab that out. And pop the
Oh.
bookcase up there.
I did like 4 different kinds of browns, and then where like the inner grooves were, I went in with like wash of the dark brown in between all the little crevices to really draw out the dark parts.
So that was the dark stone
Mm-hmm.
paint from Army Painter. So that was like a final wash over it.
Yeah, kind of in all the little like creases where all the little dark shadows would be.
Because it has a lot of texture on the model,
Yeah.
which is great. But yeah, using that dark stone to pull it out, it's really
Yeah,
good.
using like 2 or 3 different colors to really draw out like the lights and the darks really made a difference.
Yep. So very cool.
Everybody did a good job.
Where's yours?
They're right there.
Hey, go put yours on there
You
now.
look great. Right there.
Johnny's like, I will force you to
Rick,
show
we
it.
want to judge your stuff now.
All right, good.
Judge.
Judge away.
Let's see. Oh, nice.
Looks like a pile of gold
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
with a treasure chest on top.
With a treasure chest on top. And then this one has
Oh, look at that. Rick did too.
a couple, like, books, tomes of knowledge that you would find in your treasure
There you
chest.
go.
Treasure pile. So, yeah.
Hey Rick, can you put the other one up real quick?
Yeah.
There's something that you did that I think looks really good. I really like the weathering on the corners, like the edges of that chest.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
That looks really good.
Yeah. They're going to enjoy finding this treasure only to be eaten by the monster that I
Dun,
put
dun,
around,
dun.
as I do. So there you
Fantastic.
go. Very cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Mia, Dave, obviously
Mia.
always
Thank
here.
you guys.
We would again like to remind you guys, please go to our Facebook page, Painting Happy Little Minis. Dave was, I've been around him for the last 6-7 days now, and
It's been enough.
I've been like trying.
Seriously.
It's like a cyst. You just can't get rid of them. But no, we've had a great time at Gen Con. We'd like to thank Gen Con and everybody at Gen Con that we bumped
Yep.
into, that said hi. We know that we did not get to see everybody we hoped to.
All those people that we bumped into accidentally.
Yeah,
in the,
because it was so crowded.
Yep.
It was amazing. But big thing, go to your local game store, become part of your local community, either as a member who plays the games or a member who shows the games, because we got to share our love for the hobby that we enjoy.
Yep.
And the best place to do that is at your local game store. So until next time, I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Bye, guys.
Guys, we're super excited to share that our new book, The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, is now available.
We love tabletop gaming as much as you do, and we're so thrilled to share the finished book with the community. This book covers the history of the tabletop industry, from classic board games like Monopoly to collectible card games like Magic, and of course, RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
The book also highlights some of the top talent in the industry, featuring interviews with Peter Atkinson, Matthew Mercer, Larry Elmore, and many more. Plus, we chatted with collectors from all walks of life who shared their own knowledge and insight about tabletop collecting.
We also discuss everything from the impact of crowdfunding on the current state of the industry, as well as take a look at all sorts of ways to preserve your collection for years to come. This book provides a perfect snapshot of the tabletop industry at large and shows what makes this hobby so great.
You can head into your local game store or comic shop right now and pick up your copy of the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games. If they don't have it in stock, you can order your copy through previews, through Game Trade Magazine, or through gemstonepub.com.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.